Good morning. It is Kirsten. How are you? It's really good to see you guys this morning. Come on in, join the party. Excuse me. Oh, I should have drank way more water yesterday. Way more water. How are you doing, you guys? A day after Christmas. It's so good to see you. We had a couple of days off, didn't we? How did you do? If you're on the replay, let me know you're on the replay. I'd love to know. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. We talk about insulin resistance all the freaking time. So Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday or I'm traveling, we talk about insulin resistance at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the party. Excuse me. Oh, that was noisy with all the ice. Good morning. Good morning. So I would love to know how everybody did for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It's a really challenging time. And I talked to a lot of you behind the scenes about how maybe difficult it is because you know what, we have like food bullies in our families and we've got like food pushers and all that stuff. And it's like really, it's frustrating to get past that. And I so resonate with that. Like it took me years to decide that like your opinion of what I'm eating is none of my business. It's challenging. It's hard. So anyway, I'd love to know how you guys did and how everything went for you. I am Kirsten Liebelt. If you've never seen any of my content, and I turned back around my own insulin resistance starting in like my upper 40s. And the reason why that is even remotely significant is because when I was in my early 20s, like 25 years earlier, I was gestational diabetic with my first baby. And then I was hypoglycemic with my second baby. My dad, my entire life was type 2 diabetic. And he was then insulin dependent and ended up on dialysis. And he passed away when he was only 63 years old. I was 30. So I'd had this gestational pregnancy at 23. 7 years later, my dad is gone. He's gone from type 2 diabetes. And then I literally do nothing. Do nothing about my sugars or anything. And so good morning, Magda. Good morning, Tammy. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. It was hard. Lisa says, you ate what you should not have. I know, Lisa, I know. You're not alone. You're not alone. It can be very challenging in the moment. You know, there are so many feelings around family and friends. There's lots of feelings. I experience a lot of it too. I really, really do. My brother-in-law this year, he made Christmas crack. Do you guys know what Christmas crack is? I haven't had it in years. We used to have it all the time where I worked, when I worked in corporate, and people would make it. And I believe that he made it. I didn't have it, so I don't know, but I believe he made it with, the saltines, and then it's the caramel and the chocolate, and it's amazing, right? And that is my kryptonite. That kind of stuff is mine. And so it doesn't mean that you never have the food noise. It doesn't mean that you never have the the pull. It just means that I've gotten better at assessing how I want to feel. That's really mostly what it is. But I'm just telling you, like, it took me a while to get there. So no shame, right? No shame. And today we're going to talk about, I wanted to do something on, I came across this information about Tylenol and holiday stress. And I really want to talk about it because we're not done yet with like just what we have going for the rest of the year. So that's what our topic is going to be today. But I do want you to know that however you feel about what you did for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, listen, if I can turn around my insulin resistance, if I can trade out my food habits as an Italian girl who never thought in a bazillion years that I was going to be able to do that, so can you. And I do mean that. And just because you possibly faltered yesterday, or because you had a moment where you just, like Lisa's saying, she ate things that she knows aren't helpful for her body. I get it. But we can't shame ourselves into healing. That's not how this works. We have to shift the way that we're doing it. And so, and I'll probably go into a little bit more detail later, but I have a completely different track for you to run on. Completely different than maybe the tracks that you've been running on. If what you've been doing is not working for you to literally be able to view your weight loss through the lens of insulin resistance and finally actually be able to change sizes. I've lost 3 sizes in my 50s. 3, right? And so there's a different track. There's a different, like, come over to my side of the pool. There's something else going on. And you can literally, I teach targeted supplementation. I teach food ingredient trade outs. And we do that through, well, I come on here and I go live, but I also have a Facebook group called Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. I should have put that up there, and I didn't do that for TikTok today. Good morning, Carol. I had such a wonderful Christmas. Thank you for saying that. I hope you did too. I had such a terrific Christmas. It was, we always start with church on Christmas Eve, and that was just glorious. Then we went to my sisters, and then yesterday I was with my kids, my adult kids, and we really did have a very lovely time. We went to a movie yesterday, Homestead. I don't know if anybody has heard of that, but we went to that movie. Generally not my genre. Very well done though. So I do recommend it. But anyway, so as we're moving forward into the new year, you guys just know, just hang out around the campfire here. Okay. Just stay around the campfire. I'll give you the track to run on. If you want to know the pieces of how to do this, super simple, super streamlined. I'll go through the supplements for you here today. I'll make it very easy. We have a new reset starting January 6th. A new reset, like a 5-day reset. We do it every month. You guys, you can chunk out your months in 2025 like maybe you didn't do in 2024. Because either you intended to and you didn't, or you didn't even know you could because maybe you hadn't seen me yet. So let's do it. Let's do it together. Okay, so that is wonderful. You are feeling better now. I am so glad, Lisa. I know the fallout can kind of be stinky. And what had happened to me had nothing to do with the holidays in general. But on Sunday night, we went to the Mall of America. Sunday, we spent the day at the mall as a family, and we drew, all my kids are older. They're 35, 33, and 29. And so we did Secret Santas, and we gave a couple of hours to go find a gift for that person. And then we ate at Crave. And I did not feel good when I got home Sunday night. I mentioned this Monday a little bit, and I was like, that didn't set well with me. I had wings, and normally that's not a problem, right? Did not set well with me. So I came home, and actually what I did was I grabbed, I don't want to make a mess. I grabbed my gut primer. Hold on, I made a tiny mess. I'm going to fix it. I grabbed my gut primer, and I took that before I went to bed because I knew that, like with my daughter, she had taken the gut primer that one night. Remember that before and after picture? I can show it to you. This looks like a greens product. I shouldn't have put the top on so I can show you. I took a scoop of this and I went to bed, and it definitely started to really help me in the middle of the night. And I was like, this just doesn't feel right. So I woke up then. This does have some digestive enzymes in it, has 6 blends. We'll get to that later. I woke up, I took 2 more digestive enzymes, and I was kind of punky for the whole day. So something was not quite right about what I ate. So I know what it's like when you eat something and then you don't feel good. Well, when that happens, because I'm choosing, let's say if I'm choosing poor foods, so not something out of my control like that was, that became my main driver. I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to feel like that again. And I allowed that to become my driver in changing my foods so that you can't talk me into feeling like trash. The real test is today because I'm having my Christmas today with my Connecticut family. Oh, Magda, that's wonderful. I'm confident I'll be okay. They're on their way by ferry. Oh my gosh, that is so cool, Magda. And your your munchkin will be here too. Oh, I'm so happy for you. What a beautiful day to spend. See, people aren't done celebrating it. We have all the way through we've got through New Year's Day, don't we? I know it kind of keeps going. That's why I'm going to just keep talking about the reset, January 6th. It's free, you guys. It's in the group Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. And I can teach you. I can help you condense time. Teach you how to supplement, target supplements, change out your food. Let's go. Let's make 2025 differently. So if you need to know about that, always reach out to me. I'll explain more about that in just a minute. So this particular information came to me, and I thought, wow, this is super important. My mother had she had hip surgeries and she had knee surgeries, replacements. And so she lived on a lot of Tylenol, a lot. Because she could not have ibuprofen because she had one kidney. So sometimes we're offset on what we're doing, right? So she took Tylenol, I mean, a couple times a day for years because she just had a lot of discomfort as she was getting older. And realizing now some of the challenges when it comes to your liver, and of course your liver, we talk about that a lot in terms of insulin resistance. This is where this can be a problem. So I just want to give you some alternatives today. If you're not feeling well, if you're having more headaches than usual because it's the holidays, or you're just stressed out, you're tight in your shoulders, you're whatever, you slept wrong, excuse me, stress kept you up, you tossed and you turned, whatever, it could be a million reasons. And maybe you're taking a lot of Tylenol. I just wanted to give you some information, and you can just tuck it in your hat, and then you can just know, because this is how we continually make our insulin resistance worse, and we don't even know we're doing it because we don't know the connections. So let's just do it super quickly. So this was done by an expert that was talking about how Tylenol can actually dissolve liver tissue and compromising your liver's ability to function. Now, what do we talk about all the time when we talk about like your liver? Remember my Love Your Liver shirt? It helps you metabolize fat. So if that's all you ever knew about your liver, you would want to love your liver every day. Okay. So your liver actually helps you. You may not know this. And if you don't, just listen up for a few minutes. Your liver helps your body to regulate your blood glucose. Your liver helps you to regulate your hormones. Insulin is a hormone. And I am fully convinced that the reason why most women cannot lose weight is because we are insulin resistant. We do not know we are insulin resistant. Your mom did too, Lisa. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, seriously, we think that over the counter, like there are no issues. It's a problem. I mean, we have just easy access. But when you're insulin resistant, and insulin is a fat storing hormone, here you are, your cell is resistant. And so therefore all the extra glucose that you're eating, that all the extra food that you're eating that turns into glucose is getting stored as fat. And then if you're not taking care of your liver can't help your insulin. It can't help the glucose in your blood. So this is why I always go down this path of talking about your liver, because then you can actually shift the way that other pieces are working in your life. Okay? Including fat metabolism. I mean, you don't have to say it in the comments if you don't want to, but who wants to metabolize more fat? I feel like that's the path we're on. Oh, please, sir. Can I metabolize more fat? Oh my gosh. Like that's the whole goal half the time. We're just frustrated with our weight. We're frustrated with our size. And we're like, what do you mean? Look at it through the lens of insulin resistance. Well, this will change your life. This will absolutely change your life. 100%. I'm totally convinced. When I realized that insulin resistance was the culprit to what was going on, and it should not have taken me over 25 years to do anything. It should not have taken me that long. I admit that. But once I did understand, then I will tell you that doing the two things that I teach you, I don't do anything other than what I teach you. Targeted supplements and food ingredient trade outs, I was able to lose 3 sizes. Get your body to function. And if you're already on the trio, the 3 supplements that have the 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity, these 3, one of them is specifically for your liver. And you want that. You want it to be for your liver, right? That's like the whole point. And if you're already taking the gut primer, guess what? Liver health. Okay. So here we go. So Tylenol can dissolve liver tissue, compromising its ability to function. Pairing Tylenol with alcohol multiplies the damage with effects equivalent to or worse. Listen up, if you're having small drinks through the holidays and you're taking Tylenol at the same time, it is multiplying the effects worse than drinking 6 pints of beer. During the holidays, Tylenol overdoses triple. Tylenol overdoses triple. especially among teens and those dealing with stress or sickness. That's a lot, you guys. A liver already burdened with fat from insulin resistance, this is why we're talking about this, is more vulnerable to Tylenol's toxic effects. Now, obviously, we'll give you some natural ideas at the end here. That's the whole point, is to not just leave you hanging. But hi, Linda. How are you? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. It's so good to see you. Your gallbladder is gone. You have not felt right since. Well, yes. And are you from Italy, Italia? Do you live in Italy? I've been to Italy twice. I love Italy. It's so fantastic. Where's Julie? Where's my Julie girl? She needs to jump on here. She was in Italy recently. Yeah, when people are missing their gallbladder, all the more. If you have lost your gallbladder and you are having issues, please reach out to me and ask me about the gut reset protocol, which is a gut primer that has 6 blends. It's not just a greens product. It has 6 different blends that literally helps to recalibrate your gut and a probiotic. Get your gut realigned, and I'm telling you, it can change the way your body's functioning. Helps so much. So a liver that is already burdened with fat from insulin resistance is more vulnerable to Tylenol's toxic effects. If your liver is busy detoxifying, it can't effectively manage glucose, leading to worse blood sugar spikes. You guys have got it, like your liver. It's such a big piece of the puzzle. It's a big piece of the puzzle when you're insulin resistant. It's a big piece of the puzzle if you don't have a gallbladder. It's a big piece of the puzzle if you're having gallstones. My daughter, by having this viewpoint of insulin resistance and her liver, totally was able to turn back her gallstones like in the 8th month of her pregnancy and not have surgery. And she still has her gallbladder today because of basic, simple conversations, understandings about using some supplementation, using some gut happiness and things like that. Like, you guys, God gave us answers. It's really, really cool. So avoid Tylenol if you drink or if you have metabolic issues. So for insulin resistant, do we have metabolic issues? Okay, yes. Opt for alternatives, and we'll chat about that. Okay, now this is interesting. Diet Coke versus regular Coke. So in the holidays, especially when we are, we're going from party to party, and maybe we're drinking Diet Coke because we're thinking that's a really good alternative, et cetera, but you need to just listen to a few of these pieces, okay? So chemicals in Diet Coke force the liver to prioritize detoxification, leaving glucose and fats to accumulate. Studies suggest that artificial sweeteners like aspartame, they confuse the gut, causing insulin to spike unnecessarily. Insulin-resistant individuals are already prone to glucose mismanagement. This is common, normal, right? Adding artificial sweeteners like aspartame accelerates the cycle of fat storage and blood sugar dysregulation. Ditch the diet soda for sparkling water or kombucha with no added sugars. Okay, so that's just an interesting, because again, especially if you're taking Tylenol during the season right now, just if you know a few things, it's kind of like the more you know, right? Like the more you know, the better you do type of a thing. And then this is really a challenging one, the seed oils. And the reason why this is so challenging right now is because, you guys, everything that you don't control what people are cooking in their kitchens. You don't control like all of the eating out that you might be doing at restaurants. You don't control a lot of things, right? But seed oils like canola, corn, and soybean oil are highly inflammatory and directly contribute to fatty liver. They're often used in holiday treats, processed snacks, and restaurant meals. So right now we're probably like upping our load of toxins on our liver, aren't we? We're upping it. Chronic inflammation from seed oils worsens insulin resistance, making it harder for your body to regulate your blood sugar. So if you're somebody who has a CGM and you're wondering why your sugars are a little more like unregulated, a little more spiky and weird and not as stable, absolutely could be from if you're drinking, let's say, Diet Coke and it's got aspartame in it, you're drinking that more than you normally do or whatever. That can be spiking your insulin. It could be seed oils from the different foods that people are making, or you're eating out more than you usually do, etc. And it's literally making it harder for your body to regulate your blood sugar because your liver can't handle it all. You're putting a load on your liver and your liver can't do its job. Okay. When dining out, I know, and I'm not really good about this. Ask for butter or olive oil instead of seed oils. At home, this I am good at. Cook with grass-fed butter, avocado oil, or ghee. All right. So the compound effect of insulin resistance. With insulin resistance, the liver is already working overtime to store excess glucose as fat. It's already doing that. It's working overtime. Add holiday stressors like Tylenol, sugary drinks, and seed oils, and your liver becomes overwhelmed, amplifying your insulin resistance. So you may not even know that by popping Tylenol because your shoulders are tight, or you slept weird the other night and you were stressed out about, this aunt or this person or whatever, and you're popping Tylenol maybe a little bit more than usual. Not a good idea. It's actually making your insulin resistance worse. All the more reason to have a plan going into January. Do not wait until January 1st to have a plan. Don't do that to yourself. And it doesn't have to be a big one. It doesn't have to be mountainous. It doesn't have to have every answer possible for every scenario possible. But it does have to have a few steps. And that's actually what I'm really good at. I'm really good at giving you a couple of steps so that you can have a track. Get on the track and let's go together. And let's take down 1 month at a time. My best testimonies are from people who say, I started in January and then I lost 30 pounds. Then I lost, or I got off of these meds, or I, for the first time in a long time, my A1C went from, 6.9 down to 5.7. And now I'm regulated and all of the things, right? We want all of the best effects. And this is so simple. It's so simple, streamlined. With insulin resistance, the liver is already working overtime. Add holiday stressors like Tylenol, sugary drinks, and seed oils, and your liver becomes overwhelmed, and it's amplifying your insulin resistance. This vicious cycle is leading to, and this is the part that you guys catch this, that cycle that you may or may not care about right now and that we've just been talking about, it's leading to more fat storage. That's so dang frustrating. Why do we think we gain weight over the holidays? It's not only because we had the appetizers that we shouldn't have eaten. It's a mixture, okay? So more fat storage, higher blood sugar, and greater difficulty bouncing back after the holidays. All right? So support your liver daily with foods like leafy greens, etc., healthy fats, and supplements, which I can talk about in the trio because that's exactly what they're talking about. Those ingredients. So Tylenol is very toxic on the liver. There's even like deceptive dangers of diet soda with your insulin resistance, especially right now in the holidays. You might be doing a lot of that. The seed oils you can't really stay away from very easily. So let's just talk about ways that you can actually deal with liver issues that are not able to help you do the things that your liver needs to do: metabolize your fat, stabilize your blood glucose, and balance your hormones. And insulin is a hormone. So let's talk about that. I just saw a reel with Dr. Ken Berry. Do you guys know who Dr. Ken Berry is? Berry. Let me know in the comments if you know who Dr. Ken Berry is. I'd love to know. I saw a reel where he said that most all of the turmeric that you're taking is trash. It's not even being absorbed into your system. Now, I already knew that, but I only knew that because I learned it probably in the last year. I, prior to that, did not know that at all. I didn't know that turmeric is really not very absorbable for your system. Why would I know that? Like, that's just not really something that I was paying attention to at all. But when done properly, a good turmeric, a good curcumin turmeric, can significantly impact the level of inflammation in your body. And I talk about that. I know that those of you that have started to take the turmeric that I have, your stories tell me. I mean, I don't even need to whatever. But what they did was they took this turmeric and they made it 45 times more absorbable than what's on the shelves. So when you take, and this is from an extract, when you take a turmeric that it smells good. It smells really good because it has fenugreek in it. But anyway, which is also helpful for your sugars. But when you take 400 milligrams of the turmeric that I take, it's like taking 6,000 milligrams of another turmeric. So if you're looking for an alternative to Tylenol, which I understand is not, this is probably more closely related to IB, if you know what I'm talking about. And I can never make that claim, but I'm just telling you it's more closely related because of it being an anti-inflammatory, okay? But we have to stop taking over-the-counter things, items that are actually damaging and making us go backwards. We've got to stop going backwards because we're exhausted. We're tired of going backwards. And we feel like we're just swimming upstream all the freaking time with our weight, with our health, with our labs. And it's like so frustrating. And you don't go to the matrix and have somebody tell you, you know, how much, or ask you, how much Tylenol are you taking every day? How much IB are you taking every day? Did you know that that's making your insulin resistance worse? I mean, is anybody telling you that? No. Why would they? They're not having that conversation with you. And that's what's really frustrating. And I know that that's why then when you guys are in my inbox, you're just like, oh, dang it. Like, why do I have so many factors? Well, it's just because we're not talked to about stuff like this. You just started taking the turmeric. You do one in the morning and one in the evening. You know, I add a new supplement each week. Yes. Is that the right amount to take of the turmeric? That is exactly right, Lisa. So you take one and you take 2 a day. Okay. And the thought process is to have them spread out, right? But I am going to tell you this. When and even with the expert that we just listened to, oh my gosh, you guys have got to figure out how to get this information. So I actually have access to his PowerPoint from that thing that he did last week and the audio. So I'm going to go take some notes on it and I'll get you, I have to figure out how to disseminate some of his information. But one of the things that he said that he does with this particular line is he said, if you want to sleep like a 12-year-old, he takes at bedtime, he'll take 2 of the turmeric, 2 of the ashwagandha, 2 of the magnesium that's launching in March. Was there something else? I think that might have been it. He says you'll sleep like a 12-year-old because think about how this is working on your inflammation while you're sleeping. When you're doing cell regeneration at night, when you're sleeping. So that's a thought process, Lisa. If you wanted to just take 2 at night, you could try that. If you feel like you're trying to wake up and feel less inflamed, etc. Everybody's situation will be a little different, but you can try that. But anyway, it really gets me excited because I have done that a couple of times now where I've spent the entire day at the Minnesota State Fair and I'm like, oh, I'm going to feel this tomorrow. I'll take 2 of the turmeric before I go to bed. And I wake up and I feel so good. Like it really does. Like, in my opinion, and I'm making no claims, but they make their own claims. On the bottle, it says to relieve pain and discomfort from exercise, which is a very large, huge, gigantic claim for any supplement company to make because they don't do that because they get in trouble. But they obviously have studies that will prove what their claim is. And so 45 times more absorbable. That's like taking some really good high doses of well done off of organic farms turmeric. It matters. Okay. Don't take high levels of toxins in little pills from other supplement companies and then tell your liver to deal with it. It's the opposite of what we're trying to do. It's the opposite. Okay. All right. So absorbable turmeric can completely change your levels of inflammation, and potentially then you would need less over the counter. I think you can probably resonate with that understanding, right? It can relieve pain and reduce inflammation without burdening your liver, making it a great alternative to Tylenol. Okay, so magnesium. Magnesium helps relax your muscles and it eases your headaches naturally. If you are not taking a good magnesium, and trust me, nobody's more excited about the magnesium launch than me. Nobody. That's in March. And in the meantime, I'm taking a magnesium from another company just because I don't have one to offer you. A glycinate blend is what you're looking for. You need a magnesium glycinate, super absorbable into your system, and it can really, really help you a lot. It'll help relax your muscles and ease headaches naturally. So again, take it at bed when you need to come down a few notches. You want your body to be repairing while you're sleeping, right? Super helpful. So magnesium glycinate or citrate are highly absorbable and less likely to cause digestive upset. I love magnesium so much. The more that I have been consistent in my life to understand and take magnesium, I'm telling you, it's like a life hack. It's a total life hack. The next one is ginger. And oh man, I have a ginger tea, you guys. It's an organic ginger tea, ginger mint. So it's like Christmas in a cup, and it's really, really good. I usually send this out to new customers. I have not done that yet for the month of December. So if you're new to me, expect a mint tea to come in the mail for you. Because ginger is another natural anti-inflammatory that supports liver health and it soothes pain. It's easy to consume as tea or in capsules or fresh in meals. Okay, so ginger, and mine is a ginger mint tea. It's literally like it's very Christmassy in a cup. It's very lovely. And then milk thistle. So milk thistle is in the liver piece. Let's see here. Do I have these three? When I talk about the trio, when I talk about these three right here, this is how I started a little over 10 years ago. I started with these three 10 years ago. I'm completely convinced that for me, without making any claims, for me, this is exactly what helped me to avoid type 2. I'm the only one in my family. I started these and I changed out my food ingredients. And in my 50s, short of my 51st birthday, when I started to trade out my food, I have now lost 3 sizes. I'll be 60 next month, and I'm not on any meds. Okay. So I'm convinced, but one of them right here, this yellow one right there, that one is actually for the liver. So if you are already taking the trio, high five, because you're doing something for your liver that maybe you didn't even know you were already doing. Okay. Really big deal. It does have milk thistle in it for one of the ingredients. They are really known for their blends. Like I was telling you, with the turmeric having fenugreek in it, they're just brilliant. I'm just going to tell you, their scientific research and study is brilliant. I love this. I feel like this smells like maple syrup. This is the turmeric. But anyway, it's turmeric with the fenugreek, and that's helpful for your sugars as well. But the blend for your liver in the trio, you will not be sad. Okay, so milk thistle, let me tell you what it does. It supports your liver detoxification and it protects your liver cells from damage. Taking it during the holidays can help the liver handle toxins from food and drink more effectively. And then the last one is omega-3 fatty fish. Okay, so he talked about that a lot, that the John Klusterman, because we have this very, very high omega-6 diet. Now, omega-6s by themselves are not bad. We just have a ratio that is way out of balance. It's like way out of balance. We have got to get our omega-3s up. This is why we talk about fish oil a lot in our country. We got to get the balance so that we can have proper like cellular regeneration and get the oxidative stress out of our body. We got so much inflammation going on. Seed oils are freaking everywhere. They're in every granola bar and packaged snack and boxes and bags and barcodes, like Dr. Ben Bickman says. And it's in every like condiment sauce that you're eating at Chick-fil-A and the salad dressings that they're putting on your salads at the restaurants and how they're frying the meat up and how they're freaking everywhere. And so we're just like high inflammation. We got to get that down. But again, I'm going to say, don't put such a burden on your liver by purchasing fish oil to take encapsulated form that is not wild caught. Don't make your liver work so freaking hard. How are you supposed to move forward if you're always like grabbing supplements that are concentrated into a pill form and they're sprayed with glyphosate, or it's farmed fish and it's toxic? Like your body's going, I needed help. What are you doing to me? So the fish oil that I have is wild caught. Reach out. I'll get you a couple options. I think you'll be so happy. You'll be so happy, but you probably also don't know that fish oil will bring down the inflammation in your gut. Like, game on. You want to get down this inflammation. It's such a big conversation to have. So for pain, so in summary, during the holidays, you guys, for pain relief, instead of using Tylenol, try turmeric supplementation combined with plenty of water and rest. Of course, we know that. For headaches, let's try some magnesium to calm tension, headaches, for migraines. Make sure that you're supporting your liver daily. If you are on the trio or on the gut reset, you already know that. I'll explain this to you in 2 seconds. Support your liver. Inflammation management include fish oil. Add more fatty fish or salmon to your meals. And the overall health boost would be herbal teas like turmeric or ginger and healthy fats that can help your body naturally handle stress. By using these natural options, you not only protect your liver, but also improve your insulin sensitivity, which is the conversation every single day that we have here, helping your body thrive through the holidays. Let's see. I know I'm missing something over there. I'm sorry, you guys. It doesn't show up for me. He did say, oh, you are so smart, Lisa. He did say vitamin C also. And that is a big piece of the puzzle because, of course, vitamin C is a high antioxidant. But again, you guys, you can get vitamin C at your local mart or your drugstore, and it could be just crap vitamin C, like citric acid or whatever. If you want something that has a potent punch to it, I don't even know. Mine is very inexpensive, but it's sourced from acerola cherries, which is a very high. I think that acerola cherries is the second highest place to source vitamin C, and it's potent and it's time released. So I'm just telling you. But yes, vitamin C is very good. Thank you for the follow, Ashbun. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, LBDLF. You guys are amazing. Can I repeat the tea name? Lily, good to see you. Your phone glitched. The tea that I send out is it's from my line, so you can't get it off the shelves, but it's a ginger mint tea and it's made from organic. It's organic. It's USDA certified organic. It's very, very good. And it just tastes so good. Thank you for sharing, Lily. You're amazing. I appreciate that so, so much. Seriously, you guys, you have to start with the thought process that this is all reversible. This is all completely like turnaroundable. He took that at night too for sleep. Lisa, you're right. Good memory. That was the last one, Lisa, that he was talking about. So he was taking 2 turmeric, 2 ashwagandha, 2 magnesium, and a vitamin C and going to bed. He said he slept like a 12-year-old. I apologize that I've got ice in there, but boy, does it taste refreshing. I know that I didn't drink as much water as I should have. I've been doing, though, since I had my little upset tummy on Sunday night, I've been making sure to get my electrolytes. And I have a bunch of Element, LMNT, electrolytes. Do you guys know what that is? That product? I don't have a link for it or anything, but it's LMNT, element, get it? And it's sugar-free. It's a good product and sugar-free so that you're not, because we can't be drinking things like Gatorade and thinking we're being smart. That doesn't help. So I needed to replace my electrolytes because I had a little digestive issue after eating out at a restaurant. Anyway, so does anybody have any questions on that? Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you a good, better, and best way to deal with some of the stuff, because I do know that, listen, this is very simple. Hi, Claudette. Good morning, Florida. I'm in Minnesota, by the way, you guys. I'm in Minnesota. So where did I get it, Lisa? Tell me what you're asking the question. The ginger mint tea or the vitamin C? You tell me. They're both on my website. You can look them up. But I know that you're asking. So again, I was raised by a type 2 insulin dependent dad, and this changed my life forever. I didn't realize it was changing my life, but it did. And I'm so grateful for the journey that I went on, because it has made me pay attention and be more aware and ask questions in my head. Even if I wasn't asking questions to other people, I was asking questions in my head, like the drink. Oh, the drink. Where did I get Element? Maybe you can get it off of Amazon, Lisa, or the company LMNT. Yeah, LMNT. And then you can even get chocolate one. It's very salty, so because it's electrolytes. So I take a little stick and I use just a little bit in water, and I just keep on adding, because otherwise it's too salty. But I think you would really like it. Yeah, I would totally try that. But I will tell you that when we are like connected to the matrix all the time, we think that everything has to be so dang hard, so difficult, so challenging, so like there's all of this information on scripts all the time. And the side effects are what so many of you don't want. And so let me go through my 3 thought processes for you. And this is the beginning of a completely different track to run on. So if you want to go into 2025 and you want a different way of doing weight loss, blood sugar management, A1C, getting off of scripts. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not helping you do that, but I have many customers who have. Because again, when you reverse insulin resistance, you guys, your life gets better and better and better and better and better. Like it just gets better. Because insulin resistance is the very core, the very base of everything. And then on top of it is everything else, because insulin as a hormone is domino affecting all of your other hormones. And it's very frustrating. And then everything else comes from there, from fatty liver to PCOS to type 2, gout, dementia, high BP. It's all connected. Just hear me on that. It's all connected. So if you begin to go from insulin resistant to insulin sensitive, what happens? Go backwards, go backwards, go backwards. So if that's the first time you've ever heard somebody tell you it's 100, in my opinion, it's 100% reversible, then you should have hope today. And in that reversal process, what most women want to know is, yes, indeed, you can reverse your weight. You can reverse your size. I help insulin resistant women lose sizes. That's what I do. Okay. And with that, oftentimes comes the ditching of scripts, the ditching of bad labs, the ditching of being exhausted all the time, shaming yourself for food choices all the time. You can ditch a lot. So I teach it this way: targeted supplementation, food ingredient trade-outs. So I have a protein guide. I have a Facebook group called Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. We do a 5-day reset every single month. Our 20th one is in January 6th. And you can get ready to have a different course for 2025, completely different. So this is what this looks like. You can choose. You can either put stuff in the comments as I go through this on Facebook. I'll see the comments when I'm done and I can go back and message you. Or if you're on Instagram, you can get into my inbox and TikTok, you can go over. If you hit my profile up here and then you hit it again, it'll come up right down here. You can go to my profile and you'll see either a link to IG or you'll see my site, and that will show you a number you can text me at. And you can say good, better, or best. And I'll literally get you a cart that's customized for you. Okay, I can get you a cart. So the trio is a really great way to start. This is a good way to start. This is the trio. These are 3 supplements that have 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity. I started with these over 10 years ago. Completely, in my opinion, what helped me to avoid type 2. I'm the only one in my family. Okay, so very simple thought process, giving your body raw materials that it needs to function. It's like putting a gas additive into your gas tank. It's like putting power steering fluid into a really hard to steer vehicle. It's helping you with your insulin and your sugars and your liver and your metabolism and your visceral fat, etc. That's what the trio does. Okay, so 3 times a day, twice a day. These 2 are twice a day. Extremely simple. And remember, supplementing is the easiest part of everything. This is a little harder. Your mind set, the things that you tell yourself, the unkind things that you tell yourself, and the heart connections that you have to food. Okay, so this is a good, you can always tell me you want just a cart of the trio. Or you can say, I just want the good cart. Okay, the better cart is to have the trio and then add in, if you're looking for, you want to do a gut reset. This is hands down by far the best way you can reset your gut that I have ever heard about. The testimonies have been phenomenal. And by the way, the trio alone, if you want oodles of testimonies, do not just trust me. Do not just believe me. Go over to my IG. There's a pink highlight bubble at the top of my IG that has oodles of testimonies on the trio. They're from 2024. Go and read them. Take the time. Don't sabotage yourself. Go in a different direction. Start now. Doesn't have to be perfect, just progress, okay? So those are those testimonies. When it comes to doing a gut reset protocol, this is a gut primer. It looks like a greens product. It's not. It has 6 different blends in it. And what we're talking about are pre- and postbiotics, digestive enzymes, fermented greens, alkaline spices, and fiber from the extracts of fruits and vegetables. So the personal testimonies that I have from you guys are constipation gone within just a matter of a couple of days, not taking any over-the-counter things anymore, indigestion gone over the course of about a month was a very specific one that I'm remembering off the top of my head. But this is for your oral health, your liver health, your metabolic health. And the biggest piece of this puzzle is the long-term effects of doing a gut primer like this. When you have leaky gut, which is caused oftentimes by insulin resistance, you are leaching nutrients. Why do you think we are so deficient in something as so simple like magnesium? It's ridiculous that we live in America and we are deficient in simple minerals. This is stupid, right? But we don't even know it because nobody's teaching it to us, really. I mean, now we kind of get more information available to us because we have TikTok, because we have Reels and we have lives. But prior to this, we really didn't. So now to become our own advocate, and to take back our own health just became about a bazillion times easier, didn't it? Okay, so you can completely shift and recalibrate your gut using a primer. So this is my gut reset protocol that I'm talking about. Grab the primer. You take a scoop every single morning. Usually I'm doing it in my stories. So if you ever want to follow my stories on Instagram and Facebook, follow, and you can just ask me questions or whatever, but using a gut primer and a probiotic, because you already have, you need the probiotic to replenish the good bacteria in your gut. John Klusterman, that expert, he was talking about how it takes about 3 days to begin that cycle of resetting your gut, but you can ruin it in 1 day. You can ruin it in one, just because of the foods that we eat, the over-the-counter meds that we take, the scripts that we take, etc. But over time, think about this. If you are shoring up your ability to absorb nutrients, what do you think you're doing for your hair, your nails? Like if you have ridges in your nails, if you have things going on in your nails, nutritional deficiencies, the nutrition goes first to your organs. The last place it's going to go, and if there's anything left, is going to be to like your hair and your nails. And so that's why you can tell your body's telling you things, right? But you can shore that up. So good is the trio, better is the trio plus the gut reset protocol. And best, if you're looking to lose fat, if you are looking to target fat around your waist and your hips, this is the best. This is the best. And this is my opinion, and I get it, but the response from you guys has been amazing as well. This is a thermogenic fat burner. It's an orange pixie stick. Looks just like this, just nice and thin, right? And basically it tastes like an orange pixie stick. It tastes like candy. You just put it on your tongue and you do it once a day. The targeting of a thermogenic product that literally can help. I always say it's a fat burner, but I know that they would call it scientifically something different because it is heating up. This has been such a game changer for so many people. I love it when Terry jumps on. Hi, Cheryl. Any specials before the new year? You need refills and some. You know what? Not that I'm aware of, Cheryl. Not that I'm aware of. I haven't heard of any. I wish that there was, but I haven't heard of any yet. But thank you for asking, because I do so last week I did a little bit of a flash sale just because I thought they were going to do one and then they didn't. So I was like, shoot, but I haven't seen anything. I'll let you know though, for sure. Because yes, I know everybody wants to get take this time. Can I repeat the product? Yes. Hold on just a sec. What did I miss there? Oh, see you later, Lisa. Have such a good day. I know everybody's busy. And so right now, as you're grabbing maybe discounted, Christmas cards and all of the decorations that are half price today. And, you're going to Costco and now you're getting all the goodies for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And you've got another party and maybe you've got another Christmas Eve gathering with your family this weekend because not everybody could get together the last couple of days and all of these things. You got all of this mess going on before January 1st hits. Pause. Put a timer on your phone. Remind yourself. Pick up what you need for the new year so that you are ready come January 6th. Because that mail is slower right now because for one, everything starts to get really shifted because New Year's Day, there is no mail, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. Don't sabotage yourself. Order now, get it by January 6th. And Cheryl's reminding me of this because I know Cheryl's in on the challenges and everything. If you know you need a refill, if you know you need to get started, don't hesitate. Okay. So that you have something. It's almost like you place an order and you feel like hope is coming in the mail. At least you have a track to run on. Think in terms of being prepared. Next Wednesday is January 1st. I know that it can feel like you run into a brick wall January 1st. It just feels like, because the momentum of December comes like this, just busyness, food, party. And you hit January 1st like a bam, just like a brick wall. And oftentimes we just are like, and we just kind of melt into kind of a little bit of a puddle of frustration. Like, what did I do? I feel like trash. I can't believe I thought I was going to do better than that. Whatever, all of the negative things that you need to release out of your brain. And you're going through all of that. And I just want you to know that whatever you do or don't do come January 1st does not define your 2025. Not even remotely close. We're going to start a 5-day reset on January 6th. Monday, January 6th. You can get your carts ready for that. So cart number 1 would be the trio by itself. Here, I'll go through this for you. Cart number 1 is the trio by itself. 3 supplements that have 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity. I'm telling you, you can shift the way your body's functioning from the inside out. It is a game changer. You cannot lose weight if you do not get your insulin down and if you do not start taking care of your liver. Your liver, when it's tired, it can't burn fat. And you're wondering, why am I on a hamster wheel? What's going on? I used to be able to count points. I used to be able to like go for a run. I used to be able to be on the elliptical. I used to live in a calorie deficit only. I used to, and now it's not working anymore. It's called insulin resistance most often. It's the number one conversation. And if you can change the lens as to how you're looking at this, you're going to understand. So you can put trio in the comments on Facebook, or you have to get into my message box, Instagram and TikTok. Trio, or just, trio. If you want to know about the trio, I'll send you a 2.5-minute video that I did. Give you more information. Can explain it better than I can right now. Okay. So if I had a 2.5-minute video on the trio, would you watch it? Would you watch it? Okay. 2.5 minutes is what I have for the trio. Now, if you want the trio plus the gut reset protocol, that is this one. I think that video is maybe 3 minutes. This would be a better option. Do the trio and the gut reset. You guys, if you can change the way that you are absorbing your nutrients from your supplements and your food, it literally changes the way that your body is functioning. You actually have to get you put the proper fluids into your vehicle to get it to maintain and to run. If you're out of oil and you crack the engine block, your car's not going anywhere. If you're out of the things that your body needs, the basic raw material ingredients that your body needs to function, how do you expect it to function? So shore up your nutritional deficiencies. Get your constipation going. Get it out of your body. Stop storing impacted waste. And this is where I say start measuring yourself and get rid of your scale if you can. The scale is a very shallow, faulty way of measuring your success. I got rid of mine at least 7 years ago, at least. Measure yourself. I've lost 3 sizes in my 50s. Okay, so this is better. Do these. Get a good, and the probiotic will be in there too, which is very helpful. You've got to replenish your good bacteria. And then best would be then to add in the orange pixie stick. Okay, and that is a 3.5-minute video to do all 3 of these. So if I did that, if I sent you a 3.5-minute video, would you watch it? Would you watch it? Because I'm telling you, that's a short amount of time just to get an overview to see if this is even a fit for you. Right off. Oh, don't do that. No. Sorry, I moved you guys. It's a simple thought process. So Cheryl, I love the way that you're thinking. Like, I want to make sure that I've got my refills and whatever I need so that I can have January ready to go. And I want all of you to think that way. And the 5-day reset, we do talk a lot about ingredient trade outs and how does insulin resistance even impact you? Why are you overweight because you're insulin resistant? Are you insulin resistant? What is insulin resistance? What is this chatter that's going on? And how did I, as an Italian girl, trade out my foods when food was so connected to my emotions and my feelings and everything that happened in my life? How did I do that? Right? I'm telling you, like your best friend, this is not only reversible, but the benefits of it, they just keep on going. And I was going to say, Terry, I don't think she's on here this morning, but she's 62 years old. And in the last 8 months, she's lost 40 pounds doing what I'm talking about. I've always said I can help you condense time. What took me 3 to 4 years to be able to lose 3 sizes and to be able to trade out my foods, I can teach you to go faster. So the protein guide is free. The recipes are free. The Facebook book group is free. The 5-day reset is free. The connection to me, there was one other thing I was going to mention. What was it? Let's see, with the 5-day reset. this every day, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, the investment that you're making is where do you want to start with your targeted supplementation? Because I'm telling you, I don't know how to fully help people if they don't get their bodies up and running. And there's no way for me to completely understand what load you're detoxing, what load you're shifting, because I don't know all the factors to your life. Now I know I know a lot of factors because we talk behind the scenes, don't we? We do. We talk behind the scenes a lot. As my customers, you become my friends and we get connected. And I feel like that is actually one of the greatest benefits about connecting to somebody who this is what I do, right? Because then I am no longer just somebody that works at GNC, you know what I mean? So anyway, thank you for liking. You guys are amazing. I so appreciate you. So appreciate you. Do you have any questions, TikTok? Ask me questions. I don't want to miss them. If you guys need anything over there, don't want to forget. And if you guys need anything over here on Instagram, let me know. And same on Facebook, even though I know not everything always shows up. But I do want you to have so much hope. Like live with so much hope in your heart. And I tell people, listen, if you'll take 10 minutes out of your day today and you'll go over to the top of my Instagram and you'll look at that pink highlight bubble and you'll just allow yourself to read the testimonies of the trio. The very basic of what I talk about. 3 supplements that have 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity. If that's all you do, then you will, at the end of 10 minutes, have hope. Your hope will rise that something can shift for you. Now, if you go on and order, will you please make sure that you register with your name? Because then I can send you a thank you and a tea sample, and I can make sure that you get on my texting thread and get you my protein PDF and all of the good things. I want you to have everything. But if you check out as a guest, I won't be able to see your information. So then I can't send you anything. And that's so sad. And I know, listen, I'm the guest checkout queen of going on to Kohl's.com and checking out as a guest. Like, who's got time to give information? That's me. So I understand. But I want to be able to give you everything for your track. Everything. Like, let's just do all of it. Glowing confidence with Lee. I see you. Way to show up. Woohoo! Hello, Lee. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's good to see you. I love your name, by the way. Glowing confidence with Lee. That's amazing. So make sure that you do not sabotage yourself right now. Just don't. Okay? Just don't. Reach out. So for Tickety Talk, I am not able to send you clickable links. It's just the way that it is. It's the way the universe is. So you can message me and then we can talk from there and decide where we want to send things. Or you can go up here, click on my profile, my face up here. It'll come up again right down here for you guys on TikTok, and you can click me again. It'll take you to my profile. You can either then from there portal over, like shuttle right over to IG and get into that inbox, or you're going to see a site. And on that site, there's a number and you can text me. Okay. Because I want you guys to be able to have access, right? And if you're on IG, when I get done here, go ahead and just jump into my inbox. All right. Jump into my inbox and easy peasy lemon squeezy right there. Tap your screen and love all the hearts. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. She's telling people, oh, Merry Christmas. Yes. Yes. Tapping the screen is so helpful on TikTok because it gets your information out on the FYP for the people who need the information. Okay. And the last thing is that if you're on Facebook and you hear me talking about the trio, or you want the good, the better, the best, you go ahead and just put that in the comments and I will get you the exact video that you need according to what we just shared. I'll make sure that I get that to you. And we'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So don't feel like you're getting left out, but be ready for January 6th. It's a free 5-day reset, you guys. And it's in the group Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. And you will not be sorry. There are 5,000 of us in there now. 5,000. So if you've been looking for a little bit of community, support, encouragement, learning how to walk your journey without any shame on you, that is a major core belief of mine. So if I'm going to help you, I want to help you. in totality. Okay. Let's do this together. It's a very exciting. It's a very fun. I think that you will just not be sad that you chose a different track, a different path for 2025. How does that sound? Okay. I feel like I'm good. I can feel there are comments on Facebook and I'm not seeing them. I have to do a puzzle piece here on TikTok. So I'm going to jump off. I'm going to answer any questions that came through text. I'm going to answer any questions that came through comments on Facebook or YouTube, etc. And we are going to have such a spectacular day. Don't let the day get away from you. Like Cheryl saying she knows she needs to stock up and all that good stuff. Do it and ask me the questions. Always ask me the questions, okay? And have such a brilliant day. It's so good to chat with you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have such a great day, you guys. Enjoy.